Briefs where Cooperative Bank has reported a 59% growth in pre-tax profit to 22.6 billion shillings in 2021. This represents a 16.5 billion after-tax profit compared to 10.8 billion shillings reported in 2020. The bank says total operating income grew by 12% from 54 billion to 60 billion shillings in 2021. Total non-interest income grew by 11% from 17.5 billion to 19.4 billion shillings. More on this plus other stories in our corporate briefs next.
The bank group registered a sustained growth in total assets, which grew to 580 billion Kenyan shillings, which is an 8% growth from 537 billion Kenyan shillings in the preceding year. Investments in government securities grew to 184.1 billion Kenyan shillings from 161.9 billion shillings in 2020. Customer deposits grew by 8% to 407.7 billion shillings from 378.6 billion shillings in 2020. The net loans and advances grew by 8% to 310.2 billion shillings from 286.6 billion shillings in the year 2020. The bank moved 94% of all customer transactions to alternative delivery channels, mobile banking, 561 ATMs, internet banking, and over 26,000 Kwa Jirani agency banking terminals. Elsewhere, National Bank of Kenya has posted 1.1 billion Kenyan shillings in profit after tax for the full year of 2021. This represents a 431% increase from 2020, driven by increased income from loan interests and foreign exchange trading, coupled with lower loan loss provisions. NBK Managing Director Paul Russo attributed the financial results to the bank's focus on its strategic initiatives, which are anchored on customer experience. Operating income increased by 15% to 10.2 billion. The low levels of credit provisions also resulted in an increase in profit before tax of 330%. During the year, net interest income grew by 18% from the previous year to 8.3 billion. Total assets grew by 16% to 146 billion, majorly from net loans and advances, which were up by 12 billion to 67 billion. The growth in assets was supported by a corresponding increase in customer deposits of 6.7 billion shillings to 105.8 billion and deposits from banks by 8.1 billion to 21.5 billion as of 31st December 2021. Finally, Kipkelion Coffee Cooperative Society has become the first society to export coffee to South Korea, fetching millions for its farmers. Last month, the society shipped more than 134 metric tons of coffee valued at more than 110 million shillings to Good Beans of South Korea. Farmers will be paid 116 shillings per kg of coffee sold to the society, which is almost double the 76 shillings per kilo usually paid to coffee farmers for commodities sold through the Nairobi Coffee Exchange or by the local coffee marketers. Kipkelion Society is made up of more than 95,000 farmers from Kericho, Nandi, and Bomet counties. Last year, Kipkelion Brokerage Company Limited received approval from the Capital Markets Authority to market their own coffee under the new coffee regulations. Hibak Saeed for Prime Edition.